Hi Aries, welcome to Free Your Spirit Healing. This is going to be messages for you for your highest good for the month of April 2025. Let's see what's in store for you for April. Oh. I feel like you have read between the lines of something that you have created emotional stability around. And because you have created that emotional stability, and it may be with people, there may be 3 significant other people, or it could be as many as 8 in a group, that it's allowing you to look elsewhere or look further afield, knowing that you have that stability in place. It feels somehow reassuring to you, and is allowing you some sort of freedom, and that might be some kind of freedom in your head or in your thinking. And in moving into uncharted territory, you're also contemplating, and I'm getting a lot of this is happening in your headspace, even though there's no swords here, that you're considering the lay of the land and travel plans, and you may have already got something in place, or something you're thinking about, or you may be planning some kind of trip or traveling, and you may have plans to take something with you that you can use to show your skills while traveling. And I feel like those plans they've gone from the thinking to the doing stage, coming into April. And the plans are to do with your long-term success and stability in what you invest in. And your plans may be contingent on some kind of payout, like wage, or unexpected amount of money coming to you in some way. And there may be a shocking surprise around that. And you could be being offered something different from what you were expecting, and you may need to make a decision about it that feels uncomfortable, and it may be to do with could to do with health or family, or needing help in some way. So the help that you need, or help that you give to someone else. And I feel like your health is involved in some way in that. Or there's something else that's really needing your attention. It's like undeniably calling to you. There's some kind of call to action around that situation. And I'm very drawn to the bodies on the judgment. look at their like up in arms, but kind of needing assistance. So you may need some kind of assistance to bring some kind of message out that you have. And so you may be asking for assistance, or you may be receiving assistance. Angels are here to guide you, Aries. Oh, and there may be things that you've already put in place that you have to guard, to keep them on the right trajectory. Yeah, I feel like you also can't do this on your own. There's an element in that energy of moving forwards that you're not able to carry all these burdens on your own. You need to let them go, or for something to change in that way. And it almost feels like that may be a cycle that you feel trapped by. And I feel like it's the trapping is something to do with your financial circumstance. Tell me about this. Tell me about that tower. There also is something about looking at a cycle that may have like repeated itself, or something that traps you. Kind of habit, some kind of and it could be to do with the way you're receiving help financially, if you're receiving help financially, or what you're giving. Is to do with that. It's something to do with your finance. Sure. But I feel like there is something happening in April where the disappointment and shock of what happens gets addressed. There is a judgment around it. So there may be something to do with courts for some of you, making some kind of ruling around it. But there is some kind of offer. There is something coming to you. But it feels contingent. I hear the word contingent. It feels contingent on something. So it might be something that you need to look at in terms of a pattern that you may have been stuck in. Something that needs clearing. And there may also be like a benefactor or somebody benevolent helping you financially so that you can move forwards with your goal. And this may, I feel, take you on a completely new journey, Aries. That's really cool. So there's action to do with your financial goals in April. And an offer coming in, something very new. It might be like uncharted territory. It might be new as in like something completely new to you, different direction. It feels like a different direction that you may be embracing in April. And you may also get a romantic offer that that you need time to think about and look at. And you may leave someone hanging for a bit, or they may leave you hanging. It may be a temptation with the devil here and the Hanged Man. It may be something that's, might be a naughty temptation. Or it may be something that the offer may be something that puts you back into doing something that's not necessarily in your best interest, something that's unhealthy, or something that traps you into a dynamic that you are not wanting to be burdened by. And you are wanting an equal give and take. You're wanting an offer that is balanced and reciprocal. And I feel like that's what you're offering, or that's where you're coming from. And that's the only thing that you want to accept, is something that is really clear and clean in terms of communication and output and input to do with communication and reciprocity. So I like this for you, Aries, because it's showing me that you have become really strong in yourself and very, very clear in yourself over what you will and what you won't accept from people. And you also are seeing, you're seeing the pitfalls very clearly, and that's why you will not accept something unless it's clear and transparent in some way. There's got to be transparency around it. And I feel like that's because you've really connected with your own spirit, and you've gotten clear about what you're doing karmically speaking, and you're aware that the higher vibration you live your life, the higher that's going to bring in for you. And that's kind of the direction you're headed now. And so when it comes to this offer, I feel like you are going to be taking your time and also pulling on your own inner strength to balance yourself out, and to be clear and see the offer for what it is. And you may decide to close out the cycle. That might also involve travel. Someone might be traveling to see you, or you to them. There's something very clear also that you're learning from that situation. So there's a higher lesson, higher learning in terms of how you handle yourself and what you are looking to attract. Yes, there's definitely a clear ending, finishing up something, completion in an old cycle that I feel was not serving you. So you're really seeing that now, and it's helping you to handle things differently than you would have done in the past, because you're seeing how different versions of the cycle have repeated from your past. So that's beautiful. You're really sinking into that deep wisdom that you've gained from your circumstances. And I feel like it's giving you, by the end of April, a new outlook, a new trajectory, and some kind of fresh attitude. But you also, in being clear on an ending, I feel like you're still in two minds about, you're still looking at the ending, but you're learning from it, or looking at your behavior of ending something. So you're still facing it, it still pulls you. There's something about it that's still alluring. But you also recognize that it wobbles you. And it destabilizes you, Aries. And it also causes a lot of inner conflict. So you will be looking at that deeply. I'm going to see what the Sacred Power cards say about this. So for Aries, highest good, please. Please like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. Always good to grow our community of Aries. Bring in the fire. Oh, endings and beginnings. That's very Aries as well. And the Fool is the Aries card. So that's really good. So April, you're going to be in your power. You're going to be in your power. April, Aries. Oh, and you may still need to plan a getaway, like a break or travel of some sort. But I feel like you're going to be planning it around yourself. When I look at this card, which is retreat, so it feels very solace, very singular, or just spending time by yourself, but in nature, and that kind of mirrors the Hangman as well. And I feel like spending time in nature is going to bring you the peace you need and the perspective change. And you might be watching the dawn, seeing a new dawn. There's a newness around this as well, around April. Approaching things with a different vibe, clearing something out. And so you might be fasting, or there's something about clearing out, cleansing with the body as well. So that might also assist your health if there's something going on with your health. Clearing, cleansing the body. So doing a juice fast or a water fast for a day or two, or however long, and or changing habits to do with food, or things that are not necessarily so good for the body, like coffee or too much meat or chocolate or sugar, all those things. So retreat, and you might be treating yourself again, but in a way that's more healthy. So you might be building healthier habits so that your future looks more healthy and strong. So that's beautiful. Have a wonderful month of April, Aries.